What's going on, guys? It's Jack.
You can call me the captain.
Captain Sports is his name. Picking games is the game.
Is the name of the game?
Is the name of the game. I messed that one up. It's been a while. We haven't made a video in quite some time.
Well, it has been preseason and off season, so we haven't really.
But did we make any videos last year?
I think we cut it off the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think
Did we?
I think we got up to about week 14, 15, and then we cut it off.
Yeah.
Or was that last year? Or was that 2 years?
I don't think so.
That might have been 2 years ago.
We focused on fantasy last year. I think.
Yeah, that might. Oh, yeah, that is what it was. Okay, so we're back for the first time in a while, then, guys.
Yeah, but this year we're doing both. We're doing fantasy and we're doing the videos again. So
I was able to. He wanted to retire. I was able to get him out of retirement, get him back in the league.
I won. I beat my biggest competition twice last year. I'm like, hey, I'm not gonna be able to repeat this. Let me just go out and just like a true warrior. And no, he got me to come back again.
Not even going out as a true warrior, beating your biggest competition and winning the title. Neither one of us won the title, but he beat me twice. So
a guy that didn't start his lineup or didn't mess with it all season long, he ended up winning it. So
that's true.
Is that guy really the champion? Not in our eyes. But anyways,
no.
That's where we're at. But all right, you want to get started off with the first pick? First game?
First, let's go ahead and introduce what we've been working towards. We said we were going to do it. We finally did it. So we have our game picks here. We'll be able to keep up with records and what we picked, how we picked it. So we're going to go. We're going to make our picks. We may even make our scores. We're not sure if we're going to. Are we going to do scores in the games?
I don't know. No, let's just do picks.
Let's just do picks. Okay,
let's just do picks. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we'll go ahead and kick it off.
Yeah,
I think so. We'll try picks week 1, see how it goes. If it doesn't go the way we want it to, then maybe we'll start doing scores.
We'll experiment with it.
Yeah, we're gonna test the waters out a little bit. What you doing, more waters? So
don't make a joke when I'm drinking.
Well, you should. Why did you try to shield the label there? What's going on here?
Because I feel like I'm cheating on my regular beer.
The Busch Light might get mad.
Yeah.
So we're doing course today. That's what we had. So that's what we're going with. All right. So the Thursday night game. We're going to start off with the defending world champion LA Rams versus the Buffalo Bills.
A lot of people's pick to win the Super Bowl this year, and Josh Allen is majority of everybody's pick to win MVP this season. So that is a interesting matchup to be the first one.
Well, I'm going to be 1,000% honest with you. I'm not going to buy into that because they were also.
You never say that every year. I mean,
they also were the favorite to go to the Super Bowl last year, and Josh Allen was the favorite to win the MVP last year, and neither one happened.
I mean, that coin really hated Josh Allen last year. That's all I had to say.
That is.
Don't
mention
coin toss around Josh Allen either, because he's a big guy, and yeah.
So it's like an Andrew Luck kind of situation. He's going to hit you, and you
might
go to sleep. Okay. I mean, Josh Allen is a big dude. Okay, so do you want to take the reins on this one, or?
Yeah, I'll go first. I'm gonna go with. I think Josh Allen is mad at what happened last year, and I think that they have a very good team. They got good coaching. Everything I know, everybody likes. LA. LA's got a good team as well, good defense. Matthew Stafford, who knew? You put him in a good system and put him around some good players. He plays the way he does. So you got Cooper Kupp, but man, I just like Buffalo in this game. Even though they're going to be out at LA, I like Josh Allen and the Bills better.
Okay.
Are we going to split on this one?
Are
we going to split? We'll see.
Yeah, we're gonna take a second here to. Because, I mean, if you look at it, you got Singletary, you got that Zach Moss kid out in Buffalo that's going to be running up on Singletary. Josh Allen obviously is just a stud. Devin Singletary is their starting running back.
Yeah.
Josh Allen's a stud. There's no misconception on that one. And then you got guys like Stephon Diggs and Dawson Knox who have been in that system for so long that offense is just going to run fluid. Their stars that they have been their stars. So they run in the same system. Nothing's really changed too much. The Rams, however, lost Robert Woods. They did. They feel that. They feel that. Yeah, Robert Woods doesn't play. Robert Woods went to.
This is news to me.
Where did Robert Woods go? Tennessee.
Really?
Yeah, he's not there
Okay.
anymore. They have Allen Robinson though. They replaced.
They have
him with
Allen Robinson, okay.
Yeah.
So they
So
got
they-
Cooper Kupp, Allen Robinson,
Right.
and Tyler Higbee.
Tyler Higbee is there. They
Tight
have
end.
that younger tight end too. What's his name? Shoot, I can't remember his name now.
You're blanking.
Yeah, he's Higbee's. Yeah, I'm having some issues here. He's Higbee's backup, but he's pretty good as well.
And Cam Akers is still there.
But but that's the point that I was going to make is
Okay.
that I don't have as much trust in the Rams offense as far as their run game goes because they don't. Cam Akers is coming off of an injury. They have a rookie running back backing up Cam Akers who doesn't know that
How
system.
about Sonny Michel? Is he still there?
No, Sonny Michel got cut.
Wow.
He's with somebody
Wow.
else now. Yeah.
Okay.
And so I don't have faith in their running game. Matthew Stafford, as good as he is, he does blank on offense sometimes.
I don't think we're going to split.
Allen Robinson is new to this system. So as good as a wide receiver as he's been in the league over the last couple of years, this is a new system with a new quarterback throwing to him. And I mean, Allen Robinson, he's coming from
Allen Robinson, Chicago, yeah.
So he's coming from a system that didn't. I mean, they technically have a quarterback, but he doesn't throw it as hard as Stafford. Allen Robinson is going to have time to get open on his routes, but now he's dealing with a gunslinger. He's not dealing with a guy who is a mobile quarterback. He's going to fire that ball into you.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to see some drops. I think we're going to see some miscommunications out of those two as far as routes go. Cooper Kupp he's the Triple Crown winner. What else do you need to say about him? But in being the Triple Crown winner and having a newer number 2 option at wideout, I think that's going to draw some double coverage. So I think that I still believe Cooper Kupp will have a good year. I don't think that we're going to see him replicate what he did last year. So I am going to go with Buffalo in this case just because they've been together longer. Their system has been there in place longer.
Yep, yeah, I agree with that. The only thing that does worry me about Buffalo, but I think they'll clean it up, and I think Von Miller actually went to Buffalo this year, didn't he?
I believe so, yeah.
Von Miller's there. Okay, so they got.
Because if you remember correctly, before he went to the Rams, he was actually trying to go to Buffalo, but the Rams gave him more
to
money.
the Cowboys.
I don't know why you think that he would want to do that.
I mean, they was in the news. He said he was going to take a pay cut to go there and everything, and Dallas just didn't even offer
But
him a
Von
contract.
Miller's like in his late 30s. Don't you think he would want to go somewhere where he has a chance
But he's
to
from
win?
Texas, so
Don't you think he would go somewhere where he have a chance to win?
well, yeah. But he's already got the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but does it hurt to get a second one?
No, I mean he went to. Did he go to Buffalo for the payday then? It had to be the money.
I think it was just because he was considering going to Buffalo before he went to the Rams last year.
Okay.
They were on the
I
table.
mean, yeah. All right, well, let's move on to game 2. This one is kind of how you want to look at it. It's the New Orleans Saints at the Mercedes-Benz Dome.
ATL Falcons.
Yeah, the Dirty Birds, Atlanta Falcons. Who is their starting quarterback?
The Falcons?
Yes.
That would be Marcus Mariota.
It's not Desmond Ritter.
No, it's going to be
Okay.
Marcus. From what I understand, it's going to be Marcus
For
Mariota.
now.
Right, because Marcus Mariota didn't do anything to lose that job.
Okay.
Ritter played well enough to take that job, but Mariota didn't do anything to lose it.
Okay.
So,
All right. So you got the New Orleans Saints. Is Michael Thomas going to be playing? Is he back?
from my understanding, he's going to play this year.
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to be week 1, but from my understanding, he is going to play this year.
Okay. So Dennis Allen, new head coach
Yes.
of Saints. Running back's not going to be there.
No, he's going to be
Alvin
suspended.
Kamara, yeah, he's not going to be there.
He's going to be suspended.
And Jameis Winston's the quarterback. So you got Winston and that's funny. Number 1 and number 2 former draft picks, and they went in the same draft. So Winston and Mariota.
Winston Mariota, yeah.
Cool. Being as that may, I like New Orleans better. I'm going to go New Orleans. Keep it short and sweet.
Yeah, no, I agree. Before Winston went down last year, he was playing the best football of his career.
Yep.
I think that having Michael Thomas back with that rookie they drafted, Chris Olave, is going to help a lot. I like New Orleans defense. They've been a top 5 defense for the last couple of years. Mariota's in a system that just, plain and simple, doesn't have a lot of talent around him.
I like their coach. I like Arthur Smith. He's a great coach, but I don't think that they've done enough to really compete this year with teams.
Agreed.
So
Agreed. And again, and I think not only that, but Mariota is the current. He's not how do I put this? He's not the end all be all. He's not the end game quarterback, but he's the quick fix right now.
Yeah,
Mariota did play pretty when he did get snaps in Oakland or in Vegas rather. He did play pretty well. I caught myself. He did play pretty well, but you also got to look at how much talent the Raiders had at that point in time, and they've even gotten better since then. Now Mariota's not there anymore, but for the snaps he did get to play, played really well. He had a lot more talent in Vegas than he has in Atlanta.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, he's got Cordarrelle Patterson, who is going to burn out at some point. He's in his 30s now. He's not going to be able to do what he did last year consistently.
No.
As good as I think Kyle Pitts is going to be in that offense, and I do think that he's going to be a big name at tight end for a long time going forward, he's going to draw double coverage. He's going to get a linebacker, in front of him and a DB over the top waiting for him every play.
Yeah.
So
and they don't have Pete Rose guy, the one that was betting on his team. That he's suspended for the year.
Yeah, I know you're talking
it's
about.
not Russell Gage.
It's
Calvin Ridley.
Calvin
Ridley's
Ridley,
not there, so the pressure's going to be on guys like Cordell Patterson and
and
Kyle Pitts.
not only that, Atlanta has a terrible offensive line, and New Orleans Saints' defensive line is pretty daunting. I think that they're going to have pressure on Marcus Mariota early and often. So I'm going to take New Orleans. Now I think all around they're just a better team. So I'm going to go ahead and go with them.
Okay. All right, move on to game 3. We got the Cleveland Browns at the Carolina Panthers.
It'll be interesting.
You can take this one first.
It's going to be an interesting one.
Revenge game.
Revenge game
for somebody.
I think I'm going to start this one off. Although it's going to pain me to say this because I do have Nick Chubb on my team, I'm gonna start with a wrench. I'm gonna take Carolina in this game.
I'll take Carolina.
Yeah, because I feel like Carolina actually does have a lot of talent. Their problem the last couple of years has been inconsistent quarterback play.
Mm-hmm.
And if Baker Mayfield is one thing, he's consistent.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not.
You know what you're going to get with
right. Him. You're going to get you 200 yards, 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, maybe 1 or 2 interceptions. He may even run a touchdown in, but that's about what you're going to get with Baker Mayfield. I think Carolina has bolstered their defense enough to where they're going to give Cleveland's offense some trouble, especially without Deshaun Watson playing.
That's what I was going to say.
So I think, and Christian McCaffrey is back. Now, who knows for how long, but while he was back
that guy
last year,
steps on a sunflower seed.
It could be, it could go all over the place.
Yeah,
but
that was a comeback reference.
It was, I know. He stepped on it and it started doing circles
went that
and
way.
Stuff. Yeah,
it was.
But I will say that last year when Christian McCaffrey did play prior to his 2 injuries, obviously the second one ending his year effectively, that in the games that he did play last year, he had some production. He played pretty well. Now, granted,
Carolina, they started the season out undefeated, didn't they?
Yeah. And it was because CMC was posting 150 all-purpose yards every game.
Yep.
I like Carolina in this game. I think that they have a more consistent roster.
Yeah, I do too. Cleveland's defense might be able to keep them in the game, up until a certain point, with Myles Garrett there. But, man, Jacoby Brissett playing instead of Deshaun Watson. If Deshaun Watson was going to be playing, I would take Cleveland in this instance. But that is not going to happen for the next 11 games because, that's just how long his suspension is.
Yeah, he's got 11.
11 games, and it's weird. He's coming back to play the Texans.
Week 12.
We saw what you did there, guys.
Was there bye week in there? Is it week 12 or week 13?
I don't know about the bye week, but I think it is 11 games. So
okay.
But so I'm going to take the Carolina Panthers as well.
Okay. So now we got it's just a rough pick. We got San Francisco 49ers at the Chicago Bears.
Why is that a rough pick for you?
Because I don't know what Trey Lance is going to be yet.
Yeah. But, overall, I think this is a fairly easy pick for me, and I'll just be quick with it. You got the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. I think Chicago is going to be the worst team in football this year. I don't have any faith in those guys. They didn't really do much, but they got Justin Fields as their quarterback now, but I don't really see anything else around him that I'm really excited for. So
agreed. Gabriel Davis is gone. Allen Robinson's gone.
Yep. Shanahan, he went with the guy. He went with Trey Lance over Jimmy G, and they like Trey Lance a lot. And the 49ers have a good team. They do. So I'm going to go with the 49ers.
I'm going to take the 49ers as well.
3 for 3 so
Just
far.
because of who they're playing. If they were playing anybody else, I would probably pick against them. Chicago, by far and large, has the worst offensive line in football this year. Their defense, I don't know how much better they're going to be. Their linebacker, Roquan Smith, their all-pro linebacker, doesn't even want to be there.
No, he doesn't. Yeah.
Their running game hasn't. I mean, to me, their running game hasn't gotten any better. Their what should have been an all-pro running back hasn't produced any
David
semblance
Montgomery.
of an all. Yeah, it hasn't produced anything close to a semblance of an all-pro season. Don't know Trey Lance, so I can honestly say I don't trust him because I don't know him. But they have Deebo Samuel. I mean, if you throw him the ball on a screen, he could make a move and take it 20 yards.
Yep.
That helps. Now, Trey Lance's mobility also helps, but that's why I say I don't trust him because San Francisco does have a pretty decent offensive line still, and I think that he's going to leave the pocket more than he needs to. I think he's going to get flushed out even though he still has he has time to stay in the pocket and make the right call. I think he's going to try to take off and run like he did in college. That shit doesn't work at the NFL level. We've seen it.
No. And if you are going to do that, you got to be smart with it, and most of them young guys, they're not mature enough.
They can choose your times when you're going to do it.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be a problem for San Francisco this year. I do think they're going to struggle a little bit this season trying to get him into the mentality of stay in the pocket until you can't. And I think that's going to be an issue for San Francisco, but I don't think it's going to be an issue in this game because I don't think Chicago is going to be very good this year.
Yeah, but if Trey Lance struggles throughout the season, whatever, who they got to keep as their backup quarterback.
Right, but do you really want to ruin a second-year player's confidence by benching him like that?
No, I wouldn't, but I'm just saying he's there in case they need him.
If they need
All
him.
I'm saying.
And I think they did that for a reason because generally speaking, mobile quarterbacks that have the mobility of Trey Lance do have injury problems. I mean, you can look throughout history. Vince Young, Robert Griffin III. The one mainstay that really hasn't had that issue is Russell Wilson. Even Lamar
he's really
Jackson,
not that mobile anymore.
And he's not that mobile anymore. But even throughout the duration of his career, he didn't really have injury issues. Even Lamar Jackson has had injury issues, which he has never had at any other level. He finally had it last year.
Yeah.
So I think that's why they kept Jimmy G on the roster and gave him that pay scale because if Trey Lance does do what I think he's going to do, where he's going to get flustered in the pocket and start taking off, he's going to take a big hit at some point. And when he does, it's going to put him out of action for a couple of games.
Yeah. And I think he played a couple games last year, and he had to miss some games because of injury.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're both in agreement with that. San Francisco over the Bears.
Right.
Next one we have the Pittsburgh Steelers at Cincinnati Bengals.